Hey, it is Ryan Seacrest. There's something so thrilling about playing Chumba Casino. Maybe it's the simple reminder that with a little luck, anything is possible. ChumbaCasino.com has hundreds of social casino-style games to choose from with new game releases each week. Play for free anytime, anywhere for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
This podcast is sponsored by Ramp. Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. With Ramp, you get full visibility into your company's spending and control who spends what with each vendor. Ramp's software collects and verifies receipts instantly to save your team valuable time. Ramp automates data entry and routine tasks with automated approvals, expense categorization and bill payments, time-consuming tasks, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. Get $250 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/easy. Ramp.com/easy. RAMP.com/easy.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members of FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
I promise you, this is not a political podcast.
Jump from the deep end of the pool, set up the mood. Paranoid radio, set up the mood. Paranoid radio, set up the mood. Paranoid radio, set up the mood. 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 Set up the mood.
Testicles, 1, 2, testicles. Welcome back to Paranoid Radio Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Trebles, Garcia, the humble host of this crazy adventure. I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to be here today, and I want to thank every single one of you for allowing me to enter your space. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget that the most important thing for the show that you could do right now is word of mouth. Triple 5 review up a podcast that allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. And make sure you check us out at ParanormalRadio.com. Check out the affiliations. New episodes weekly, dropping nightly episodes every single night on Rumble. Today, right now, cooking. Now, guys, I have an amazing episode lined up for you guys. Please allow me to jump in front of the end of the pool and set the mood. We have two legends, bro. They've came together twice before on this show, and we have completely taken over the sound waves. Please give a warm welcome to the legendary mogul, Renegade Family of Lights, host JB. How's up, JB? How you doing?
What's up? We're back.
We're
Devo
back.
3, baby.
Devo 3.
Devo 3.
And joining me again, all the way from the Empire State, my deep state correspondent, business owner, and father, Flash from Flash_News 1. What's up, Flash? How you doing?
Reporting for duty, gentlemen. Let's fucking get it.
We are cooking. First of all, guys, I want to thank every single person that's tuning in today, because you guys are in for a doozy. JB, you were listening to something right now, bro. Why don't you just start with that and let's play that?
Let's do it. This came in from
3.
Flash yesterday, and I didn't even get a chance to hear it until just a second ago, and now we're going to play it for the show and talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Here's something really kind of weird.
I'm begging for it.
All right. There's a group of people that built an exact replica of the Ark of the Covenant. Took them 3 years to make. The chief architect chooses to remain anonymous. So they put the Torah, which is the Hebrew Bible, in the Ark of the Covenant. They just did that. And he said, quote, when that Torah was put in this Ark, it became weaponized. This was probably the strangest part of this whole story. Do you know where this replica of the Ark of the Covenant was for 8 months before they brought it to Israel? Trump's house. Mar-a-Lago.
Get out.
It was in Trump's house for 8 months before it was brought to Israel. Why was it there?
That is insane.
I don't know what to make of it. Truly don't care how anyone voted. Just looking at face value, that's strange.
Oh, that's 100%.
Here's something.
Whoa!
What the fuck is that, man?
Break it down.
That just threw the curveball for the whole show.
It really, and I
just
heard about
wiped
this
out everything else.
a long time ago. Jack Posobiec was like jokingly saying that he went to Mar-a-Lago and their Ark of the Covenant is in Mar-a-Lago. Like Jack Posobiec was saying this, like thinking that, it was like kind of a joke, but it was really there. That this thing was there. Right now, if we tied that into Tesla and the Looking Glass, right? And we tie that into the time-traveling Baron Trumps and all of this stuff. Now, the guys that made that video are suggesting that there's some kind of nefarious activity going on by weaponizing it, quote-unquote. Who's to say that he's not using it for good? Who's to say that that's not part of the Looking Glass?
Even if it was a weapon.
That gives him the glimpse into the future that allowed him to play the game. Who knows that that's what Q wasn't talking about when they talked about the Looking Glass and all of these extra technologies that they had, right? I don't know, man. These guys
make sense.
It's almost like just too much stating that Trump is a time traveler. It's like between that book and then him dodging that bullet. And I'm not saying like he knew to turn his head at the exact time. It's just a lot of stuff that says, yeah, like they were able to thwart a lot of things.
The amount of winning. The amount of winning alone, it's just like, whoa, what a time.
It's him against the world, right? I mean, look at the movement he started, and then there's like actually like scientific shit to back this up because his uncle John Trump was the longest tenured professor at MIT, and he took over Tesla's inventions. When Tesla died, they called it. He was the smartest man in the world at the time. They called him in. He took over. So.
All that evidence.
You know what I mean? Right? Like, you can't ignore that. Like, this is some conspiracy theory. Like, no, like, there's evidence to back this up.
And he really plays dumb so well that I believe it sometimes. Cause I'm like, he was on Joe Rogan and they were like, what do you think about, this or the aliens or the JFK? Right. And he's just like, there's some pilots out there that, they said they saw some stuff. And I'm just like, stop. You know everything. Like you know everything. Stop saying
Galactic
that, acting
Federation.
like you don't know nothing.
He's all in that shit.
God, he's good at it. He's freaking really good at it.
And I think that just goes to show though that he wants it organically to come from the people. He doesn't want it to come from the top down. He doesn't want people just to listen to him, what he's saying and believe it because it came from Trump. He wants us to get there ourselves. You know what I mean? And there's no shortcut to doing that. We had to go through these 8 years of growing pains. We had to go through these 4 years of Joe Biden and all of these things. And now look at all the disclosure that's coming out in Congress and all these people coming forward, these whistleblowers. So he's creating this space where if you believe it, that's fine. That's what you want to believe. You don't have to, but it's not coming from him. He's not telling you that it's real or not.
And it won't, right? Like it won't.
And it shouldn't. You know what I mean? When the time's right, maybe. But I think we're getting there, bro.
But let me just ask you real quick, both of you. Now, we always hear about this, it had to happen and they had to let it out this way. And I know where I stand on this, but like in 2020, like, are we saying that like they let them steal it so we could basically go through this and then they could take it back? Because in my mind, A, they got caught with their pants down. B, if he did allow it, he would be violating his oath of office to defend the country at all costs. So to hand the presidency over to the enemy is just not a thing that I could possibly get behind because, like, I just like basically saying he violated his oath and it would be treason if he did that. So I just think they got caught and they played the hand the right way. Because he enacted devolution, which was the only option left on the table. But the deep state, in my opinion, they caught him. Like they got him off guard. They got him by surprise. They stole that fucking election. They swarmed in. I think they executed that and got everybody off guard. And then he put devolution into play. And that here we are now.
I think there was always contingency plans. You know what I mean? Like if this happened, then we do this. If that happened, then we do this.
Right. Like it doesn't go according to exactly. But to say that they just let it happen, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I don't think they let it, but I think also the cure can't be worse than the problem, right? Because if you think about where our mindset was as a whole, as a collective consciousness in America, we weren't ready for that hammer to drop. You know what I'm saying? Like as a people. Do you know what I'm saying?
It totally worked out
so much. You know what I mean? It would have been crazy, bro. Like,
and that's what makes us think that did they actually have the time travel thing? So they knew we needed to go through this. But then you're back to square one, which is did they let it happen?
Even if they didn't let it happen, the evil that was coming above, the only way to save the country and the only way to actually get back and have that much success would be to allow them to happen. So if it was a contingency plan, it was you needed what I like to say, the mandate, which brings me to my next point. You sent me, JB, let's start with you with the mandate. What is it? What's going on? The large American mandate. What's going on? You sent me these points.
Well, Flash, he put it so great the other day on the report where it was like, the American people have mandated this entire administration and supported them and put everything in place for them to do what needs to be done, which is, follow through, bring, accountability, justice, clean out the swamp, clean out the three-letter agencies, and do it. There's no excuses now. You've been mandated to get it done. You've got the full support of the entire country, at least the majority of the country, and the full support of all the resources of the three branches of government. And the Supreme Court, it's like you've got everything now. So you have to get this job done because we are mandating you to get it done. And now nothing less will be accepted. So I don't want to see a soft line. I don't want to see, and I don't think we're going to see a soft because we're not seeing shit yet.
And they're going to be people he's putting in power. The people he's putting in his administration it's painting a pretty picture too of where this is going.
So far, you love the picks, right? So far,
100%. I mean, 100%.
You like Rubio?
I'm a little on the fence with him, but you kind of need an establishment guy in that position. You know what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with other.
Listen, there's no way that he's going to be able to navigate the entire cabinet without getting some swamp creatures in there because there's only so many options.
Exactly.
Some critters.
You have swamp
and
A, swamp B, and swamp C.
And they got to get appointed by the Senate. You know what I mean? So they got to be okay enough to get past the Senate. But
they're all scrambling right now to get worming their way into positions of power by kissing up to Trump and now pretending like this. And now McConnell just pulled a slick move, trying to pull a surprise fucking vote for the Senate leader. He's trying to slip in a deep stater to fucking undermine the Senate. There's three options, and two of them are total deep staters, and one of them I think he's okay, but they did that real quick, sneakily, like last night or something. And so now they're trying to scramble. Because if they put their people. Yeah, if they put their people in positions of leadership, like the House leadership or the Senate leadership, they will have a lot of power and can undermine a lot of stuff.
100%. And I think now though, they're going to want to do that, but I think he won by such a resounding amount.
Yes,
that it's they're going to have to bend their will a little bit.
They're going to have to get in line. They're going to because they're going to stick out so bad. It'll be like political suicide. It'll be like suicide.
We're going to primary you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people voted for Trump that aren't Republicans either. Do you know what I'm saying? That are in the middle, a lot of independents, a lot of younger voters. So they're coming into this on the outside.
The country's spoken. The country is 100%.
And now the establishment has been exposed for what it was. That everyone knows now after the 8 years of the information war that being won by us, who was on our side, who wasn't. It got dark. Right. We saw who ran when the lights came on, who did it, who stuck by our side. You know what I mean? So now you can't thwart this agenda because this agenda is now backed by the people.
No, they're going to get in line. They're going because politicians they're great at switching stances when it serves them best. So this is self-preservation now. 100%. So they're all going to be MAGA now because fucking that's self-preservation. They need to survive. They go against MAGA now. They're gonna just have a target on them, and it's suicide,
bro. And in 2016, it was the opposite. Trump lost the popular vote by 2 million. They squeaked by the Electoral College. They felt they had a mandate to challenge Trump, to actually impeach him. You know what I mean? Because the majority of their voters wanted it, and a lot of even Republicans.
Horrible first term for him, and he's still got so much shit done. Imagine what he's gonna do now,
bro. Now and even if 2020, if we would have won, we wouldn't have had the House, we wouldn't have had the Senate. You know what I mean? And they would have done the same shit. They would have impeached him. They would have ran another hoax. They would have done all this stuff. Now,
you said it,
just
man.
won 7 million the fucking popular vote, bro.
Dude, we're so much better off right now after coming through this, but it was a dark time.
Casualties, bro.
Talking about the information war. Flash, hit us a little bit with the Starlink information, bro. What's going on?
Bro, I find this story keeps developing. I said it, a couple days before the election. I was like, I just have a feeling that Elon Musk is really confident. You know what I mean? And he has all these Starlink satellites going everywhere. Who's to say that they can't be monitoring devices and monitor these voting machines that obviously can be connected to the internet, right? That's not like a crazy jump to suggest something like that, right? And he was so committed to this, and there's reasons for that. Maybe he wants to make money. He wants to sell MAGA fucking Cybertrucks. Whatever the reason is, he's on the right side right now. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, he wants to get the subsidies from the government. He's going to make a lot of money that Trump won, but if
he put his ass on the line.
He put his ass on 100%. And I think that he wouldn't have done that unless he knew that he can assure a win. You know what I'm saying? Elon picks winners, bro. He's not going to jump in the game if he can't guarantee it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
he's like he put the edge. He's like the house casino. He gave himself the edge, and Starlink was that edge.
And because so then it came out. So then the day of the election, it comes out that Elon's going to Mar-a-Lago to watch the election with Trump. Right? And I was like, oh my God, that's lining up. Right? They're going to go hang out, and they're going to be like together. Like that's crazy. So then it comes out after the election. So he tweeted like 4 hours before anybody knew who was going to win. It looked like Trump was going to win, but you never know.
Yeah, he did.
People. He said game, set, match. And everyone was like, what does Elon know that no one else knows, right? So then it comes out that Joe Rogan was talking to Theo Von the next day after the election, and he said, listen, you know that Elon Musk hadn't built himself an app that was only for him that was monitoring the election in real time, and he was able to tell 5 hours early that Trump was going to win. How?
Every day when you log into ChumbaCasino.com, the ultimate online social casino, you get a free daily bonus. Imagine if you got daily bonuses in other parts of your life.
I chose French fries over loaded French fries.
I asked Stuart from accounting about his weekend, even though I don't care.
I updated my operating system without having to call tech support.
Collect your free daily bonus at ChumbaCasino.com now. And live the Chumba life.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
How?
How
he was possibly do that, bro.
And he was the one that was. He was the one that was saying for the longest time that the machines are going to do you in. Like if anything, you'll never have a fair election as long as these machines exist. So that was a priority, and he was gonna find a way and to infiltrate that, just like they infiltrated. Plus, can picture him working with Cyber Command, Space Force. So you got Starlink and Space Force working together on freaking on zeroing in on that.
100%.
Look how smooth it went. It was
seriously.
It was so smooth. And just think though, we had 4 years to prepare for this. And they kept running the same playbook. They did it in 2020. Then in 2022, they ran the same playbook, and it worked both times. Now we're sitting here. Now they run the same exact playbook in 2024. And
everybody
we're
said
ready for
this.
it.
Yes.
We're ready for it. We got boots on the ground. We got boots in the skies. We got boots in space. Like
and we were in the courts too, fighting it that way.
We knew where they were going to go, when it was going to happen, how it was going to go down, and they just did it exactly according to how we expected them to do it.
I was so confident that they couldn't run the same shit twice. I kept saying that they're not going to be able to run the same shit.
I was nervous, man. I was nervous because it was happening in the beginning. It was happening.
Yeah, they were trying, bro.
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh God, it's happening again. And then
I couldn't go to sleep, bro. I was like, I'm not going to sleep. I was like, last night I woke up and we were in a different country.
I didn't even want to look at the results until late night.
Bro, I fucking stayed up all night till 2:17.
I was up all night.
When I seen Pennsylvania go red, I was like, oh snap. But look, check this out. In California, when I went to vote at 7 a.m. in the morning. I was one of the first people there. That shit was packed. And I live in a freaking very, very, very blue state.
Dude, there was a lot of red in that state this time.
Lot of red. They weren't asking for any ID. Later on that day, when I was covering the freaking the elections with other podcasters on the second live that I went on YouTube, those guys were just fucking saying, they were just so hopeless. They were talking about like, it's the same map. It looks exactly like 2020. They're gonna take it. They were looking at districts. They were looking at all the powers. I'm like, they're going to take
early on, right?
Yeah, they're going to take the early vote counts.
It was like 9 a.m. and they were like 9 a.m. PST, and they were like, they're going to take Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. It's game over. And I was chatting with Flash, and he was like, yeah, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And I was trying to throw some light in there. But just like you,
I was on the edge, man. I was nervous.
Just like you, everybody was running on that paranoia, and obviously the trauma, bro, from the past 8 years, and so much losing, and then we get smacked.
I had so much riding on it too, bro. I based my whole fucking platform on that we're gonna win, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every fucking podcast we ever did was based on us winning.
Yeah, dude.
In some metric or some way. You know what I mean? The information war, the public opinion. I was like,
it would have been devastating.
I would have been devastating. I would have fucking hang my hat in shame, bro.
So JB,
you know what? But hold on. But this is what. Remember, I told you. I said if he loses, then we know this was all bullshit. That Q was bullshit. Yes. That the plan was bullshit. That was our sign. 2024. This was our sign on November 5th. That everything we believe in was true. That everything Q said was true. Future proofs past. All these things.
We would have been sold a fucking dream if it didn't go that way.
That's it. We are on God's side. We are part of the plan, and we are the fucking plan, bro.
I could only imagine how bad it would have been for paranoid.
Oh my God!
There's so many people here just to listen to Flash, bro. I would have been smack, dude.
Well, what you guys would have experienced is exactly what what like me and Morph from Breaking the Matrix, we took that hit. Like what you were worried about happening is exactly what happened to us. We got demolished and then scrubbed and then fucking left and kicked to the side, blacklisted, lost credibility, whatever it was. Everything was just fucking destroyed. And we were left in the dust. So, and fucking the next wave came in, which was you Flash. And that's definitely what, I wanted to come on. I just wanted to salute like you and, like these two guys right here, Flash and Trebles, like that's the next wave. I mean, because when I was down and me and Morph were out, shout out to Morph, like you stepped up, like you fucking had a couple hundred followers. Same with friggin' Trebles. Yeah. And I was like, dude, this is like me, like a few years ago with fresh legs, fresh energy. And I was like, take this torch and run with it, baby. And boy, did you ever run with it, man. Like, I mean, like you took it beyond anything that I could have imagined. And the work, the dedication, the commitment, like these are the true soldiers, the true heroes of the movement is guys like Flash and Trebles. I mean, like just putting it in day after day and staying. And like you talked me off a couple of clips where I was losing hope, and you're like, be able to analyze and dissect and see through all the darkness and see exactly where the power and the light was coming from. And that was just special because you got a lot of us through that dark time.
Yo, Flash,
you held strong, man. And
that was all Flash, bro. That was all Flash. I have to admit that shit 1,000%. Me and Tank went at it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Times.
Watching you grow.
It was all Flash, bro.
Developing your voice, your skills, your everything.
He did the singles. He did the 7-minute fucking spin-off, the flashy news flashes. I was like,
we better and better. As time went on, it just got better and better, and it just got more and more like sharper and sharper with the dissecting and analyzing everything. And it was.
You know what's funny, bro? You know what's funny? I don't really admit this a lot, bro, but I do hardly any audio editing when it comes to doing the Flash episodes. Is a one-hitter quitter, bro. We rocked it. We rock it out. And when this guy used to send me those 7-minute videos, bro, the 7-minute audios, bro, I would grab it. I would put an intro and an outro and publish. I wouldn't even listen to it. I'll listen to it once it was done because I trusted him that bad because I know it was like, this is going to fuck. He's going to, when he would tell me, one take Drake, it's over. I'm not listening to him. Just putting it because it was hot off the press. We had to keep him going. And that's something really important, guys. But we have more topics to go through. JB,
thank you, bro.
What's next? What's next for the Fed, bro?
Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
That's what I want to know. Like, what is now? Where do we go with the Fed? That's going to be the big. And Trump's got plans. Like like they're already talking about freaking having what's his name? Freaking they're asking him if he was going to retire. The freaking the Fed chairman. What's the hell? Powell. So and he's like, no, I'm not. But now the question is like, what does he do with the Fed? Because like. I mean, I would love to just abolish the fucking whole thing and abolish the IRS and abolish fucking, like the corrupt fucking banking system that we have. Yeah. What do you think, Flash?
I think he already kind of started that process, right? Because he changed the Fed into the Treasury. You remember now if you look at the fucking when you get a check from the government, it's signed by the treasurer instead of the Fed chair. So I think he already started that process in a lot of ways, and now he's going to put the ball in their court. Listen, Jerome Powell, you don't want to fucking step down? Okay, well, how about we fucking shut this whole shit down because it's unconstitutional? You want to? Is
he going to audit them?
I mean, at least I think it starts there, right? Because now you got Elon Musk. He's going to be in charge of that government accountability and government spending. And he wants to get Ron Paul in, fucking Rand Paul's father, who's the ultimate anti-Fed. He was like, if you don't know about Ron Paul, guys, go look at fucking YouTube videos of Ron Paul. He's a beast, bro. He guys knows what he's talking about.
He's part of the dream team, they said.
100%, bro.
He's like part of the X-Men.
And they all want to kill the Fed. That's what they all have in common. You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
You got Cash Patel going in with the CIA. Like, bro, we're taking this whole government approach, right, in all these most important areas. Intel, the money, the security. Yes. Boom, you got the bulldogs in those three places, bro.
Being led. being led by outsiders, being led by like non-establishment.
Exactly.
Where like, do you realize? I just heard about this where there are zero like corporate lobbyists that are that are involved with any of the appointments and so like this is the first time ever that there's no corporate lobbyists.
The whole transition team is private. It's usually a government
whole
transition team. Trump is paying his own transition team.
He owes nobody
infiltrate it, nothing, bro.
Self-funded, people funded, but not corporate funded, except for Elon, who's now on the team. And but otherwise, like he's got they got no control over him, which is the first time in history that a president that has ever been in that position. So man, it's all there for the taking. There's still plenty of swamp to be dealt with, but
100%.
man, do we have like the best starting lineup, the best.
Seriously,
I mean, we're not even in yet, and shit is getting done, bro. He started 3 months ago putting his team his cabinet together. He didn't want to because he learned from his mistakes. The first time around, he was brand new at it. He didn't even know what to do. He trusted people. Now he's like never going through that again. And now he's fucking 3 months ahead. That's another thing. It's 3 months ahead. He's putting his fucking cabinet together, knowing that he's gonna fucking take this down.
He's gonna hit the ground running, baby. That's what it's all about, bro. Because now, like you said before, we have this mandate, right? And we have the court of public opinion, which I always talk about because that is the highest court in this land. Right, you can't get shit done if you don't have that on your side, and that's why they censor so much, and that's why they put so much energy into that because they know how important it is. Now look how much it shifted, right? So now when you have the court of public opinion, they were able to run the Russia hoax because they had the court of public opinion. They would have never been able to do that now today.
People didn't even give a fuck where it came from.
People had no idea. I thought fucking Trump was a Russian spy because I wasn't into it, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how easy it was back then. But
they
now,
spent $1 billion on fucking this campaign, and it totally failed.
My next
that goes
point
to show how they're done.
She owes money. She's in debt.
20 mil.
Dude. Like
and
no amount of money could convince the public that that he was the bad guy.
So I got two curveball questions for you guys. If Donald Trump helps the Democratic Party pay that off, will it show unity? How will it help?
Helps them pay it? What, that debt?
Yeah,
he
tweeted something out.
He put out a truth saying that. I think he's just trolling them. I think he was
going to pay for their fucking campaign.
I think he's just trolling, bro. Yeah,
unity. They're all talking. Even Obama's talking about unity now because his fucking shit is. He's scared shitless of those Diddy tapes and everything else. Of course, he's talking about unity. Fuck that. That's what I'm saying. The mandate has been clear. They're not getting away with shit, dude. We're not playing that game.
Okay, and the final question would be. I'm not sure how this works out. You guys are probably better at this. Let's hypothetically say if Biden steps, because I heard people talk about this. If Biden steps down and she becomes president for the next 30 something days, can that make a difference? Can that cause some kind of recount?
I think they gotta play nice now. I don't think they could fucking pull stunts now because it's so fucking the target is on them. What could she possibly do? Just send a ton of more money to Ukraine and fucking do all this shit? Like it'll blow back on her so hard. Like I don't think they could do it.
No, I mean the only reason why they would do that was just to make her the first female president. You know what I mean? If they really want to do that, which would be such a DEI thing to do after you just got your ass kicked, you're going to go give her the presidency just so that she can claim to be the president. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And I think they don't want her to preside over her own election loss in the Senate. So because she is the head of the Senate as the vice president, but if we remember, they took the power away from the vice president to actually do anything about it because of January 6th and Mike Pence. They changed that law, so now the vice president has no power other than to
Who's got the power?
The media keeps saying that shit. The media keeps saying that she has to certify the election towards the end of January 6th.
Yeah, as a formality.
Right, exactly. It's just ceremonial, because Mike Pence actually had the power to send it back to the states. Mike Pence had that power. He said he didn't have that power, but then they proved he had that power because then they changed the law as soon as Biden became president. That was like one of the first laws they passed.
Do you think it's a good thing to take it away from the vice president? Because generally speaking, the vice president is going to be running for president at some point.
It's
during
probably
their
a
term.
good idea. Yeah, it's just. I mean, I think it backfired on them. That they wanted to show power power, that like they were doing something and doing a change, because really they would have needed that power. If this election was close, they could have done something about it, but they took the power out of their own hands. So I think, I think moving forward is probably actually a good idea. You don't want that power to
who would step in to make that decision
That's a good fucking question, man. I guess it would still have to come from this. You have to get 2 senators, 2 House members to do it, and I guess you can move forward that way. But now they're trying to make it impossible to challenge elections. I mean, that's really what they're doing.
They're still Jamie Raskin's. Apparently, he's not going to be able to pull that one either.
No, but they lost the House. That was the only way they could if they won the House.
Well, that doesn't take effect until the administration takes over.
January 3rd, they get sworn in. The House gets sworn in on January 20th. The president. So they got fucked.
All right. So, but the thing is, they could have not certified it based on that kind of route, that kind of path.
Yeah. Well, and I think they were planning on Trump losing the popular vote, but then squeaking by the electoral, and then they were going to challenge the swing states because they were going to be close enough to challenge.
Yeah, it backfired, dude.
Lose on night 1, bro.
It all blew up in their face. Like literally in one night, the entire power structure just completely reversed itself, where it was like in a fucking complete sweep of a 360. It all came in our hands. Like we never even expected it to be like that fucking great.
I thought it was going to be a long drawn out process.
I thought it was going to be weeks and battles. But now what are we looking at with these Maricopa County, Arizona, like these?
I was about to ask you.
Total corruption going on. Like
it's terrible.
It's so obvious. How are they going to be able to pull this off? Like we all know what's going on now.
Gallego just won apparently, right? He beat Kerry Lake, but Trump won the state. So you're telling me people voted for Trump, but then voted for the far left Democrat senator?
And they voted for the Senate,
but
they didn't vote for the president. Like there's more votes for the Senate.
Come on. Yeah.
They just vote Senate, no president, and
that doesn't make sense,
the ballot.
Bro, because
come on, dude.
Trump has
Are
the
they
same
going to be able to get away with this?
I really hope not.
Kerry Lake was robbed twice.
Twice. She needs to be the press secretary, if anything, bro. She would be fucking awesome in that role.
But we got to secure Arizona. I mean, like that's probably the most corrupt fucking county state in the country.
And I think they didn't want to steal from Trump because it would have been too obvious. So they just let Trump have it, but then they stole the Senate, because you're telling me that Gallego, the Democrat, got the same amount of votes as Trump did, but then Kerry Lake got the same amount of votes as Harris? That doesn't make any sense, bro.
No.
It's just right in your face. You know what I mean? And they're so
they'll get to the bottom of it, because the people are fed up with it. Because you remember, like Maricopa was the one that fucking recounted all those votes. Yep. So all those volunteers that fucking put that hard work in because they wanted justice. You think they're going to sit back again and then 2022 and then again in 24 and just let it keep happening? So they got to be up in arms about this. And we got to get in there. Obviously, we did such a great job with everything else. I'm sure we're going to fucking and just pile drive them, scrutinize everything. But the thing is, it's like weeks later, they're still counting. The election's been over. The whole country's done.
Sense.
And it's always Maricopa.
Does it like 20 minutes, bro. It's the state of Florida. They counted that shit like that.
So we know you're stealing it. You know you're stealing it. So it's like, I don't know, dude. I can't imagine them getting away with it. I can't.
No,
I
we
can't imagine.
Got to fix our elections, bro. I mean, if we fix that, everything goes with it. We'll never lose another election.
And a beautiful and celebratory and all the winning that's happening around, guys. We've come to the 30-minute mark, and I'm really excited.
That was quick. It was like Greek lightning.
This is what we do. JB,
we're just getting warmed up. Trebles got to get back to work. He's in his car. He's using his headphones as a microphone. He's doing a fantastic job.
This is a classic one. This is the classic way to record. I feel more comfortable in my car. I've done more episodes in my car than on my studio, bro.
Yeah, man, you're right at home.
Dude, check this out. Now, I'm going to let Flash lead us out towards the end, but JB, what are your final thoughts, bro?
Final thoughts, man, I feel fucking amazing. I'm so excited about the next 4 years, the things that we're going to accomplish. Like nothing's going to stop us. With the hardest part is behind us now. The darkest part is behind us. We got shit to do. We got work to do. There's no question about it. It's going to be still battles, but man, we got the strength now. So let's rock this, baby. We started off Devolution, and here we are, man. We went full circle. Wow. And that's all going to come out too. Like that's all going to be revealed at some point, when the books are written. But man, let's fucking rock the good times now.
I have to add, and Flash, I'm about to turn it over to you right now, but everybody, all the hopeless and black pill accounts, all the people that didn't want to vote, the people that talked not only shit about Harris, but also talk shit about Trump. Guys, you guys are not conspiracy theorists at heart. You guys are just living off, you guys are agents of chaos. You guys live off the dark times. You guys are stealing dark and fear loose off people, and that's what you live by. If you guys are really trying to be truthers and expose truth and live for the light, you need to expose and show some hope. Ladies and gentlemen, instead of fucking coming and focusing on one tweet that Elon Musk put Ovis Nova Seclorum and New World Order, why don't you fucking make up your own Latin phrase and put your own? I invented my own Latin phrase, which is why I use the umbrella, and it's an omnius apparatus, which means ready for everything, rain or shine, which is why I use the umbrella as my logo. Why don't you make up your own Latin, your own Latin phrase, and live by that and challenge the New World Order if you really care about it so much. Now, Flash, lead us out.
Man, Trump told us we are entering the golden timeline. This is what this is. This is going to be a time of truth, of disclosure, of transparency. And listen, we're going to go down in the history books as the movement that saved Western civilization. You may not see it now. You may not see it right now. You know, when they write the history books, it looks real quick when you're reading it. But these last 10 years were a grueling
1776
years, bro.
You know?
We are rewritten it in our own way. And it was a completely different war this time. You know what I mean? It was a war on information. It was a war on the mind. It wasn't out here fighting in the streets with fucking guns and shit. But we evolved. We were the chosen ones. These people and this generation right now, we were going to go down in the history books for saving Western civilization with fucking memes. Against a $1 billion machine.
The Patriots,
against
the digital
fucking
soldiers.
machine. It was man versus the machine. It was the Matrix. It was all the Terminator. It was all those movies and metaphors wrapped into this moment right now, and we fucking won.
Yeah,
it's not over. Like my boy JB said, it's just getting started. Now we get to business, but now we have an awakened populace. We have an awakened country, not a woke one. All this shit washed out, like I said it would. We got a country to save. Let's go.
Now it's trendy to be on Trump team. You know,
It's
now it's
100%,
now it's good. One last thing I want to point out: I am JB. Will be starting a new podcast as well. It's going to be called American Mandate, and we're going to follow this administration, and we're gonna watch and talk about all the things that happen in the events. And my co-host is actually a liberal who hates Trump, but he's a smart guy. He's young. He's 24, and we're going to go at it. We're going to argue. We're going to debate, but we're civil. We actually like each other, and we're going to bring things to the table. But both of us want the best for the country. So he's not somebody that's like lost his mind and is psychotic. But it's going to be a good one because we're going to have both sides. So American Mandate.
American Mandate on the lookout.
I would love to be a guest on that shit.
Oh, you will be, dude. You will be. You both will be for sure. It's going to be fun. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I love the winning. I love the attitude, guys. Keep it going. Do not forget to drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. That allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. Peace.
Paranoid Radio.
Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.